Okay. Ibalik na ko ni ang risk attitude good sa entrepreneur kay para sa ako mao manggid ni ang mapalugar mo ni siya ang binag-o lugar no binag-o kung unsa gid ang entrepreneurs risk taker pag sila or unsa magid lang kan base gid lugar nga picture amo gawas sa mga books na ang ginapirmi ang risk taking lagi sila so atong reviewhon ang risk attitude sa entrepreneur considering different kinds set or different in other different population no tanato ang mga research studies. Okay, so tululugan ay kaparte no, there are 3 parts in this particular virtual lecture. One is risk attitude sa entrepreneurs across population. Tanaw na to study so far di man sa kompleto pero giniwala na ko ang mga study so far about this no dayon tanaw to ang risk attitude sa mga bag-o mga startups and then tanaw na to ang unsa gid ang risk tolerance. Is it related to growth and success of the entrepreneurs? So these are the 3 topics that we are going to tackle this morning. Okay, so speaking of risk attitude of entrepreneurs and other population, a meta-analysis of 14 studies demonstrate greater tendency, greater propensity of entrepreneurs than managers. Unsa ang meta-analysis? Meta-analysis, kanang word nga meta-analysis is a combination, combination of quantitative research studies, usually from independent studies, magunag pangwaon nila. Unya, usually single ang topic, there is only one topic. Panalita ang topic is risk attitude. So this is a combination of independent studies on risk attitude, single topic. Usually this is dependent upon secondary data. Secondary data ang gisaligan ani. Independent study man siya. And then nailahi og sample size na dako na gamay, so it's a combination of sample sizes. In other words, kung imo na o dili na siya maka-provide og strong evidence nga dunay strong causality, causality dito sa entrepreneurs o risk attitude. Diba? Good example is, let's say dunay studies mga sa US, i-combine ang mga samples, mga gagmay nga studies, pag-determine how effective is the drug, So, effectiveness sa drug ang single topic ani, pero ang small size, ang sample sizes are small independent studies, and because sample sizes are different, lahi po din ang mga respondents, so muna siya ang meta-analysis, pero doon na po yung meta-analysis of 14 studies, pero dili na sa self-report. Ang gigamit ni nga method is projective techniques. Ang akong nadunggan nga projective technique ning gitawag og thematic, a perception test or TAT may tawagan na. Nakita nila nga ang entrepreneurs are more risk avoidant kaysa manager. So you see, ang isa, self-report, nakita nito ang entrepreneurs has greater tendency, to demonstrate risk-taking compared sa manager. Pero kung tanawin mo sa TAT or meta-analysis project technique, ligawas nga ang entrepreneur is more risk avoidant than manager. So you see, there is different method, mix ang design, mix po ang result. Diba? Now, other studies using entrepreneurial dynamics. Okay. Unsa man ang panel study? Ang panel study is a survey of marami ko siya obserbahan mo ang the same group of individuals over time. Tanaw mo kung doon may changes sa ilang behavior. So, the same group of individuals imong obserbahan let's say in a matter of 15 years, Alright. So, obserbahan mo kung doon may changes sa ilang behavior, doon may changes sa ilang mga outlook. Possibly doon may changes sa ilang economic at social factors. Alright. So, this provide a strong evidence of causality. Kaya ibasihan man siya sa primary data. Whereas ang meta-analysis secondary. While ang panel study is based on secondary data. Example is, let us say, istudihan mo ang mga American families under descendants na mga Chinese sa mga Japanese. Dahil gitanaw ni mo ilang economic and social status kung unsa na sila, doon na may changes sa ilang social and economic demographic, changes sa ilang social and demographic characteristics over time. So, muna ang panel study. Actually, ang panel study is another word for longitudinal study. Obserbahan mo ang the same group of individual for years, So, ang panel study, nag-ingon nga ang panel study is one. Dayon, 1,261 ka mga entrepreneurs. Nakita nga are more risk averse, than the general population. So again, this complicates the findings, mga findings na to. Panel study ang isa, meta-analysis. So kung tanawin mo kung tanawin mo sa panel study, okay, risk averse, prepare sa meta-analysis projective technique ang findings, more risk averse or risk avoidant. Alright. Dahil nakita nila din doon na yung mga itawag nimo o interpretation. Risk averse, ang mga entrepreneurs are risk averse pero sulod sila og high risk business endeavors, because daw doon na sila gitawag og identity fulfillment. Unsa man ang identity fulfillment? So kung entrepreneur ka, negosyante ka na, imo gina siyang i-satisfy ang imong identity. Dayon, the autonomy nga imong ga-enjoy, have a higher compensation compared sa other primary pecuniary benefits. So, bisa to risk averse, pero tungod sa ilang identity and autonomy, they would rather take the risk, business endeavors because of this. Okay, now makita po nato niya nga there is a difference between entrepreneurs whose goal unsa ilang mga plano, unsa ilang mga goal and purpose. Okay, ilang kwan din is venture growth, mulambo gud ang negosyo, venture growth. Wala mga entrepreneur is mga entrepreneur nga ang ilang purpose is family income, no, para lang mabuhi ang pamilya. Now kining venture growth ang makita nato nga kani siya is more opportunistic, no, opportunistic tanaw niyang opportunity kaning venture growth, no, while kaning entrepreneurs whose focus is more on generating family income is more on necessity. So which one is true? In a study of 1,556 entrepreneurs, nakita nila nga ang mga opportunistic entrepreneurs are more willing to take risk than necessity entrepreneurs. Sa to pa, ang katong entrepreneurs whose goal is venture growth, more willing na siya, mutaas na siya ang risk propensity compare nimo sa entrepreneurs whose focus is more on family income, no, generating family income. So medyo lahi po ni siya nga findings, no, kay gitan-aw ni mga opportunity against as opposed to necessity. Lahi po ni siya nga findings. Another is ang motivation sa creativity entrepreneurs are more risk tolerant from other entrepreneurs. So ang entrepreneurs nga creative, no, innovative, more risk tolerant ni siya, dili kani siya ga matter o unsay level sa risk i-compare nimo sa ordinary lugar nga entrepreneur. So katong mga innovative and creative entrepreneurs are more risk tolerant compared sa other entrepreneurs. So kung imong tanawon, suffice it to say there is no uniform, no, consensus on how the risk preference of entrepreneurs differ across population. So lalain nga population, lalain ang entrepreneurial risk attitudes. Alright? And then tanaw ito ni mga startups, kini mga bago, kini mga startups. Tanaw na to kung unsay impact aning risk attitudes. Okay, unsay impact aning risk attitudes on the possibility of starting a venture and possibly eventual success, no? Now, kasagaran mga study kay basihan sa mga estudyante, mga MBA students, mga graduate students. Pero kani siya, general na siya, no? Among students, they found that risk attitudes, okay, ang ilang risk attitudes or risk aversion level is associated with entrepreneurial entry. I did not say positively related. What I'm saying is, ang risk attitude is associated. It could be positive, negative. Is associated. No, questionably na siya. Ano ba ni siya? Negative or positive? So there is, siguro there is, ang imong feel is there is no causal inference, no, only causality inference ani. So posible nga kini nga mga studies kaya wala man siya causal inference, most likely kung ano siya kanang gitawag nimo og correlation. Lahi mo itong mga correlation o causation. Ang causation ay doon na effect between the independent to the dependent variable. Doon na gitawag ni mo cause and effect. Walang correlation, wala. It doesn't necessarily nga, there is cause effect. There might be relationship, but it doesn't mean nga there is causation between the two variables. So, muna akong makita, no, mga studies, usually are correlation. Dili siya causation kay ang causation magod kinahanglan maguna siya og daghang variables, so i-eliminate ni mga ubang variables. Ang mabili na lang kan stand out. Stand out dayon siya nga mao gid lugar ang posible nga cause sa effect, no? Alright. Kaning risk tolerance, is it related to growth? Okay. Kung taas ka og risk tolerance, taas ka og agwanta mapalugan, no? Taas ka agwanta og risk. Doon na ba na siya kalambigitan sa entrepreneurial growth and success sa mga entrepreneurs? These are the following studies, no? There are individuals who are risk tolerant. Itong mga risk tolerant are likely dili manarbaho, dili gusto paid work, kundi they would start their own business. Ano yung mga study. And one study also in si Xiao, no? Si Xiao et al. Ang risk tendency, risk propensity of entrepreneur is positively associated with early entrepreneurial intention. So sa to pa, kung taas ka og tendency to take risk, more likely, no, mo join ka o mo mahimo ka entrepreneur. Pero dili ni siya related sa entrepreneurial performance. Kung man ang entrepreneurial performance, this would rather mo survive ka, do na by growth, then profitable ba mo negosyo. So, it doesn't refer to the entrepreneurial survival, growth, and profitability. It only refers to relationship of entrepreneurial intention. Na intention can be just intention, no? Or like growth, like survival. Wala po profitability. And then another studies on a group of students, kita nila nga ang risk tolerance is more likely to engage in entrepreneurial intention and more likely to succeed and operate innovation and perform better. Again, this is one study sa mga estudyante learning level na kung taas kang tolerance, makatolerate ka og risk, wapo ni siya, more likely we engage in entrepreneurship and more likely successful and more likely mag-innovate, no? And then another study, it was found out that ang risk attitude has nothing to do with entrepreneurial survival, no? Risk attitude has no relationship at all sa entrepreneurial survival. Kung imo tanawon, there appear to have a complex relations, no? Complex relationships between risk-taking, growth, and exit biases. Kung makita nimo, ang growth is one thing, risk-taking is another. The exit from entrepreneurship is quite another, no? So there seems to be no relationship at all on the entrepreneurial survival and risk tolerance, no? In a study of MBA, Entrepreneurial Self-Efficacy, nakita karon nga kining self-efficacy sa entrepreneurs gamediate dito sa ilang risk propensity. So kung taas ka og tendency to take up risk, taas po ka og self-efficacy sa mga MBA mga MBA students. And then higher risk preference usually hold higher entrepreneurial intention and opportunity identification. So kung taas ka og preference for risk, chances are taas po ang imong entrepreneurial intention, and possibly taas po ng imong opportunities identification. So these are studies, no, dili ni siya theory lang. These are empirical investigations that have been conducted so far since 1980. And then opportunistic individuals are more likely to make risky decisions. So kinsa tong taas kayo og opportunistic, gitawag nimo opportunism, likely are risk taker, are more likely to make risky decisions. Okay, therefore they are more likely to become entrepreneur because they are more likely to make entrepreneurial decisions. In other words, entrepreneurs are optimistic, but sometimes it can be deleterious, it can be dangerous to the business. So in general, imong makuha nga wala gi single uniform consensus. Entrepreneurial attitudes are incongruous, walay consensus, and possibly it is difficult to increase the risk preferences, no? Pwede man mo increase ang risk preferences by teaching possibly or by training. Mataas ang risk preference sa usa ka tawo, pero that would be difficult for lack of consensus among studies. So muna ang mga studies makita nimo, no, sa entrepreneur. So dili pa gilugar kita maka-generalize unsa gid ang risk attitude sa entrepreneurs. Pero makita nimo sa mga textbook, makita nimo nga kana yung word nga risk, pirmi gid mo na risk taking, pirmi gid na siya. Pero so far ang mga research studies that have been conducted since before pagkadi sa 1980 na ano yung mga studies ani unsa gid ang entrepreneurial attitudes, wala tay uniform consensus, no? Wala tay uniform consensus na gawa sa multi-dimensions ang characteristics sa entrepreneur. Lahi-lahi ang entrepreneurial population, lahi-lahi po ng entrepreneurial attitudes. So far nga na mo na siya. So I hope this will help you understand at unsa gid ang entrepreneurial attitudes. Kung mo yung attitude, well, dagang klaseng attitude. Klaro na to.